anytime Jim Cramer predicts something, you can bank on the fact that it's not going to happen. The exact opposite is what you can count on.
But he's an expert.
Yeah, isn't he though?
Expert.
Isn't he though? Yeah. He said it would be like akin to Black Monday in 1987, but of course it didn't materialize. I think stocks, the Dow Jones went down 0.91%, so not even 1% yesterday. I mean, it still went down, but it seems to be moderating now. It seems to be leveling out a little bit. I think people are starting to stop the sell-off and the panic. The panicans that Trump talked about,
weak and stupid people,
are starting to relax a little bit. So it's hopefully if we just ride this thing out, like he says we should, I do believe he might be onto something here.
You know, he's for the greatest. We'll have the greatest economy ever. And it'll be good to go.
It'll be beautiful.
It'll be beautiful.
And it'll be great. It'll be fantastic. And we've never seen anything. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Right.
People are saying it's the greatest economy in the history of the world. So all of those things.
That's what they're saying. I know.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Now, here are 10 unfair trade practices faced by American exporters that Trump talked about yesterday. Number one, over 100,000 Chinese-made American flags. Okay, these are just some of the issues that we face. This isn't the entire trade problem that he's trying to deal with, but these are among the issues that he's trying to address right now. So 100,000 Chinese-made American flags are sold every month on just one e-commerce platform alone, resulting in $2 million in lost sales for American manufacturers, which ultimately lead to job loss and business closures. Okay. Number two, India bans imports of U.S. ethanol for fuel use. Similarly, Thailand restricts imports on fuel ethanol, requiring approval and issuance permits, and hasn't approved an import permit for fuel ethanol since 2005.
Wow.
You might recognize that as 20 years ago. Number three, Angola recently announced it will restrict import licenses for beef, pork, and poultry products starting July 31st of this year. In 2024, U.S. poultry exports to Angola were valued at $136 million. Angola is the 9th largest market for U.S. poultry exports globally and the largest market for U.S. poultry on the African continent.
You wouldn't think that about it.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I was somewhat surprised. Really, the 9th? Wow. Number four, Japan maintains tariffs of up to 10.5% on U.S. seafood exports and also subjects several types of fish to a complex import quota system, which makes it difficult for U.S. exporters to enter the market on a reliable basis.
They got their own fishermen, and they don't care about you.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of what Canada does. They've got all these protectionist policies that keep American products out of their area, but how dare you have any restrictions on their stuff that comes in? It's not fair. Thus, the unfair trade practices we're talking about right now. Number five, the EU's deforestation-free supply chain regulation, the EUDR, aims to prohibit imports of 7 products, including cattle, cocoa, rubber, and wood, unless exporters meet various burdensome compliance requirements, including due diligence and geolocation data.
Which, most of that is so expensive. And it's, and that Trump was talking about that yesterday too. But again, that gets us back to regulations.
Right. It's just a way to hamper U.S. products.
Yeah.
The EU's, number 6, the EU's Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, CBAM, imposes costly verification measures, could reduce U.S. exporters' advantage in the EU market over high emissions competitors, namely China. Number 7, illegal logging and illegal mining in South America, especially Brazil, Peru, Colombia, and Ecuador, fuel environmental degradation and create unfair competition that harms U.S. businesses committed to responsible sourcing and compliance with environmental laws. I mean, it's not just one thing. You know, it's not just the tariff. Number 8, Algeria's restrictions on generic pharmaceutical products and medical devices create significant barriers for U.S. exporters. These unfair trade practices limit market access for American companies, reduce competition, and hinder the ability of U.S. firms to provide affordable, high-quality medical products to Algerian patients. 9th, there's Kenyan imposing a 50% tariff on imports of U.S. corn.
Wow.
50% in Kenya. And they impose burdensome regulatory requirements, effectively blocking all U.S. exports of corn. Kenya's market for feed corn is currently estimated at $50 million, with the potential to grow by 30% by 2027. And finally, number 10, Nigeria's import ban on 25 different product categories impacts U.S. exporters, especially in agriculture, pharmaceuticals, beverages, and consumer goods. So pretty much everything.
Right.
Restrictions on items like beef, pork, poultry, fruit juices, medical supplies, and spirits limit U.S. market access and reduce export opportunities. So just compete fairly with us, all right? That's all we're asking. Just compete fairly.